Welcome to another episode on Timeless Tales. An enduring legacy, the Roman Empire. From a humble city-state, Rome became a vast empire, stretching from the British Isles to Persia. Its influence on law, language, architecture, and Western civilization is profound. To understand Rome is to trace the footsteps of emperors, soldiers, and citizens. It's a story of ambition, conquest, and eventual decline. Join us as we explore the legendary beginnings, rise, and fall of the Roman Empire. The legend of Romulus and Remus. For the Romans, it was the legend of Romulus and Remus, twin brothers who founded Rome in 753 BC. Abandoned as infants and raised by a she-wolf, they grew strong and decided to build a city. A dispute led Romulus to kill Remus, becoming the sole ruler of Rome. The myth symbolized Roman ambition, ruthlessness, courage, and determination. It became a cornerstone of Roman identity and propaganda, depicted in art and literature. The rise of the Republic from city-state to empire. Rome's journey from a small city-state to a Mediterranean power began with the Republic's founding in 509 BC. The Republic's unique political system balanced power between the Senate and popular assemblies. Rome's expansion started with consolidating power in Italy, subduing tribes and forging alliances. The disciplined Roman army, often citizen farmers, played a crucial role in these conquests. Through military might, diplomacy, and pragmatic governance, Rome extended its influence across Italy. By the 3rd century BC, Rome was poised to challenge Carthage in the Western Mediterranean. The Roman Republic, a balancing act of power. It was a unique experiment in governance, blending elements of democracy, oligarchy, and monarchy. The Republic's complex political system prevented any one person or group from holding absolute power. This intricate balance was achieved through a series of checks and balances that ensured no single entity could dominate the political landscape. The Senate, composed of elder statesmen, advised magistrates, controlled finances, and set foreign policy. These senators, often from Rome's most prestigious families, wielded significant influence and were seen as the guardians of tradition and stability. The popular assemblies represented the voice of the Roman people, electing magistrates and passing laws. These assemblies were a crucial element of the Republic, giving ordinary citizens a say in their governance, and ensuring that the ruling elite could not ignore the will of the people. The two consuls, elected annually, shared executive power and commanded the army. This dual leadership was designed to prevent the rise of a dictator, as each consul could veto the other's decisions, ensuring a balance of power. This system of checks and balances, while successful for centuries, had flaws. The complexity of the system often led to gridlock, and the competition for power could be fierce and unforgiving. The interests of the aristocracy often clashed with the demands of the common people. The plebeians, or commoners, frequently found themselves at odds with the patricians, the elite class, leading to social and political tensions. Political maneuvering, corruption, and violence became common as factions vied for power. Ambitious leaders and influential families often resorted to underhanded tactics to gain the upper hand, further destabilizing the Republic. The Republic's internal tensions foreshadowed its eventual transformation into an empire. The rise of figures like Julius Caesar, who capitalized on the Republic's weaknesses, marked the beginning of the end for the Roman Republic and the dawn of the Roman Empire. The late Roman Republic was a period of turmoil and upheaval. The once stable political system was crumbling under the weight of internal conflicts and social unrest. Internal strife, economic inequality, and powerful generals threatened the Republic. The gap between the rich and the poor widened, leading to social tensions and frequent uprisings. Ambitious military leaders with their own loyal armies began to challenge the authority of the Senate. Julius Caesar, a brilliant military strategist, defied the Senate and crossed the Rubicon in 49 BC, igniting a civil war. His bold move was a direct challenge to the Senate's power and marked the beginning of a series of conflicts that would change Rome forever. Caesar's victory over Pompey ended the Republic, but his assassination in 44 BC did not restore it. The power vacuum left by his death plunged Rome into further chaos as various factions vied for control. Another civil war followed, culminating in the victory of Caesar's adopted son, Octavian, later known as Augustus. Octavian's rise to power was marked by strategic alliances and decisive battles, ultimately leading to his dominance over Rome. In 27 BC, Augustus became the first Roman emperor, marking the beginning of the Roman Empire. His reign brought about significant reforms and a period of relative peace known as the Pax Romana. The Republic's transformation into an empire was complete. Under Augustus's rule, Rome expanded its territories, solidified its borders, and embarked on an era of architectural and cultural achievements that would leave a lasting legacy. The Roman Empire, spanning over 5 centuries, was ruled by a succession of emperors. Augustus, the first emperor, ushered in the Pax Romana, a period of peace and prosperity. He centralized power, reformed the administration, and beautified Rome with public works. Subsequent emperors left their mark on the empire. Claudius expanded the empire into Britain, while Nero became infamous for his tyranny. The Flavian dynasty restored stability and built the Colosseum. Trajan expanded the empire to its greatest territorial extent. The Roman Empire reached its zenith during the Pax Romana, a period of peace and prosperity lasting over 2 centuries. This era saw remarkable achievements in art, literature, architecture, and engineering. Trade flourished, facilitated by the Roman road network. Roman citizens enjoyed a high standard of living with access to public baths, theatres, and amphitheatres. Roman law became a cornerstone of Western legal tradition. Literature flourished, with poets like Virgil and Ovid celebrating Roman virtues. Despite social inequality and slavery, the Pax Romana represented the pinnacle of Roman achievement. The Pax Romana masked underlying tensions that contributed to the empire's decline. By the 3rd century AD, the Roman Empire faced crises that threatened its existence. Germanic tribes and the Sassanid Empire posed constant threats to Roman provinces. Economic instability, inflation, and heavy taxation burdened the empire. Weak and ineffective emperors led to political instability, with assassinations and civil wars becoming common. The empire struggled to maintain its vast territories and internal stability. These challenges foreshadowed the eventual division and decline of the Roman Empire. The fall of the Roman Empire was a complex phenomenon with no single cause. It was not a sudden collapse, but rather a gradual decline that took place over several centuries. It was the culmination of factors that weakened the empire from within and without. Political corruption, economic troubles, and military defeats all played significant roles. Barbarian pressure, economic instability, and internal strife proved too much for the empire. The constant threat from invading tribes such as the Visigoths, Vandals, and Huns put immense pressure on the Roman military. In 476 AD, the last Roman emperor in the west, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by Odoacer. This event is often cited as the definitive end of the Western Roman Empire. This event marked the fall of the Western Roman Empire. The sack of Rome by the Visigoths in 410 AD and later by the Vandals in 455 AD were significant blows that symbolized the empire's vulnerability. The Eastern Roman Empire, centered in Constantinople, continued to thrive for another 1,000 years. Known as the Byzantine Empire, it preserved much of Roman law, culture, and traditions. The fall of Rome marked the end of an era and the beginning of the Middle Ages. This period, often referred to as the Dark Ages, saw the fragmentation of the Western Roman territories into various barbarian kingdoms, setting the stage for the development of modern Europe. The Roman Empire's legacy continues to shape the world today. Roman law, with its emphasis on justice and fairness, influenced legal systems worldwide. The Latin language evolved into Romance languages spoken by millions. Roman architecture, with its grandeur and functionality, left a lasting mark on Western architecture. The concept of a republic inspired later generations of political thinkers. Rome's influence on law, language, architecture, and politics is undeniable. The Roman Empire offers a compelling story of ambition, power, and human civilization. It was built on military might and strategic brilliance, but also on the lives of countless individuals. The Roman story is one of emperors, generals, and ordinary people. It's a story of innovation, cultural exchange, and the enduring power of ideas. The rise and fall of Rome remind us of the cyclical nature of history and the importance of learning from the past. The Romans offer valuable lessons about power, unity, and human endeavor.